Dear God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for allowing Shane and I to come here. I pray for the viewers and that they get so much out of this. I pray that you use our words to glorify you and not ourselves. I pray that we feel the presence of your Holy Spirit and that you really bless this podcast. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. This is episode 3. You're watching Talk the Walk. Let's get it. Bro, we're back at it again.
Yeah. That looked funny just now.
I looked funny?
Yeah, when you were dancing to the intro. I can't hear it, so it seemed weird.
Bro,
Yeah.
Okay, so with the movies, one of your biggest hobbies, or I guess not currently hobbies, you said it was your hobby like 3 years ago, but it's still very prevalent in your life, I guess.
It's still a hobby.
It's still a hobby?
It's not the biggest.
Is movies, man. You watch a lot of movies, bro.
I do.
You've consumed maybe like 5,000 movies, 2,000 movies in your life.
I don't know about the number, but if that's a lot, that sounds right.
Yeah, bro. You watch movies with your family. You watch movies with your friends.
I watch it on my own sometimes too.
You watch movies alone. Who
Recently,
watches movies
I saw.
alone?
I went to go see Dune.
Did you watch Dune alone?
I went to an IMAX screening of Dune on my own. Yeah. One of the most relaxing times I've
Do you
had.
feel sad whenever you watch movies alone?
No, not at all.
You don't.
In a way, it's more enjoyable. Like if you watch it with people, sometimes like they'll talk over the movie, they'll ask questions.
Bro, Shane,
and
you
I
were
hate
so
that.
angry at everybody last cinema night.
Yes, because no one shuts up during it. It's like I'm watching the same movie as you. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like stop asking me. I don't know.
You hate it
And
when
even
people
if
ask
I
questions.
even if I do know, like you're watching it, you're gonna find out within like 10, 15 minutes.
Bro, I think I asked Jacob like 50 questions during Dark Knight.
Yeah, you did. It's like you're gonna see. Just wait. Dark Knight's good though.
Dark Knight's good.
One of the best comic book movies of all time, I think.
What makes a movie interesting in your opinion?
Oh, okay. It depends what genre I'm watching, right? If I'm watching a comedy, it needs to be funny, obviously, because it's a comedy. But it
Very
needs
few funny
to
movies.
sort of be intelligent humor, in a way where, like you know how like every Will Ferrell or like Adam Sandler movie kind of has the same comedy in it. It needs to be a different type of comedy, like a Wes Anderson movie, like what's it called? You know the Grand Budapest Hotel?
No, I don't.
Okay, well that's a comedy movie, but that's not like your classic comedy. That's more an intelligent comedy. Those are good for an action movie. Like Marvel movies, which I just want to say I think are so overhyped right now. Do you agree with that? Our Marvel movies kind of.
I think
They're not the
Marvel fell
same.
off after Endgame.
It
Heavily.
should have ended.
It
With
should have
Endgame.
ended with
It should have
Endgame.
ended with Endgame.
I don't like the fourth phase.
Yeah,
It's not working.
Keep Spider-Man separate. I think because I could watch Spider-Man like all the time.
I
Spider-Man's
didn't
one of
like
the Marvel
Far,
characters.
I didn't like Far From Home.
Yeah, Tom Holland for me is a good Spider-Man. I just think he's the
I
worst.
think Spider-Man
but
movies
I think
are
they're
boring.
all good. Really?
They are. Nothing
think
really
s-
happens.
Seriously?
They're too normal.
What? Like the Tom Holland ones or any of them?
All of them so
Have
far.
you seen all of them?
The other ones are pretty good.
Okay.
Tom Holland
yeah.
ones are boring.
Okay, yeah. I like Homecoming a lot. Far From
I like Homecoming.
Home, I think is a good movie, but not a good Spider-Man movie.
It's a bad movie.
Really?
It's mid.
Yeah.
For sure a
Okay.
mid movie.
It's entertaining.
You thought Eternals was mid.
Eternals was mid. And I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. Black Widow was I'm not like I like Captain Marvel a little bit, so you can't say it's because I don't like female superheroes, but Black Widow
I
was
didn't
such
like
a bad movie.
Captain Marvel. It was
I
so
actually-
confusing.
I've only seen it once, but I don't know if it was the mood I was in, but I actually quite enjoyed it.
You like Wonder Woman?
The first one. I like the first Wonder Woman.
It was very similar to both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel were confusing to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty easy to follow. I don't know.
Really.
Okay.
Bro.
Back to what I was saying about the action. Okay, action movies. Like Marvel movies, their action is sort of the same, right? It's different characters, but it's the same style. As opposed to like an action film like John Wick or Mad Max Fury Road, which have you seen Mad Max?
No, I remember the commercials. Bro, I don't watch that many movies
I know,
anymore.
but Mad Max, that is amazing. The action in that is stellar.
Yeah.
It's because it's so different. It's so unique. The camera work and everything. The way they use the cinematography. Oh, it's.
Did you
it's
say you wanted to
amazing.
major in film at some point?
I wanted to be an actor when I was younger.
Okay.
And I did. I was in a couple of plays. I was in the school play in 6th grade. I did a few 80 player plays. Um, so yeah, I did that for a while. But I wanted to be an actor in film. And there's a big difference between being a film actor and being a theater actor.
But usually they start off with theater.
Yeah, but I didn't like the theater experience, and I knew I had to start off with that to be good at film, and I wasn't willing to be a theater actor. I hated it.
Are you
It
doing
wasn't
theater
enjoyable.
this year?
No, I'm staying with study hall the entire year.
Shoot.
Are you? You're in study hall
Bro, I'm
the whole
thinking
year.
about it. It sounds kind of fun.
Theater. You're forced to be in the school play if you do theater. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Would
I
you
mean,
wanna
why
do
would you
that?
not do it if you're doing theater? That's what
Yeah.
you're practicing the whole time.
I mean, if you want to do theater, go for it.
Bro.
Anyway,
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't really watch movies anymore.
what's the last movie you've seen?
The last movie I saw was Free Guy. I
Mid.
thought it was good.
Mid.
But we were talking about this earlier, but like for me, whenever I watch a movie, it's like just like a lot of stimulation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things already that I'm supposed to be thinking about. And then like if I have a movie, especially like a bad movie, it just kind of like throws me off and I'm just thinking about it. And if it's a bad movie, I'm thinking about trash, basically. I think if it's a good movie, it's kind of worth thinking about sometimes, but like I cannot stop thinking about a movie after I watch it. And it's just like,
That's the thing with action movies. Like you see an action scene and you're like, whoa, like that's crazy, and that's all that's on your mind is like, how are they doing this?
really?
But you see, yeah, at least for me. But you see more sort of a laid back film like Blade Runner or something, which I mean that has a few like nudity scenes that you could skip, so that one's not like that appropriate. But you see something like Blade Runner, you see something like my favorite movie personally, which is called Drive. Those films have like one or two action scenes, but it's more like story driven. There's a story behind it. The writing is really good. And that I could sit back, I could watch that for ages, both those films. Because you kind of like what you said, I don't like when I have a lot on my mind while watching a movie. I kind of just want to focus on like that or the film itself, and sort of more laid back, slower character driven films, I think is easier to do that.
So those are your favorite kinds of films?
Yeah, I'd
L-
say. Something like Joker, like that's not like your typical comic book movie. That's a character driven story, and I prefer those. And Joker I thought was amazing.
Do
I
you-
wouldn't idolize
Yeah.
him though. Yeah.
Do you like relating to the character or do you like just like
If I relate to the character, I'd say that's a bonus, but I don't watch a movie.
do you like to live vicariously through the character?
What do you mean?
Like say there's somebody completely different than you but like you think they're really cool.
Uh-huh.
Do you kind of like watch the movie as if that's you?
Never. I never want to put myself in like someone else's shoes. Cuz I don't want to focus on that. I just want to watch a movie to enjoy it. And sort of take my mind off other things, but I don't want to take my mind off other things and put myself in someone else's shoes, because then I think about like, okay, what are they going through? How would I do this differently in their shoes?
Yeah,
and
bro,
that's
that
the
sucks.
same thing.
Yeah.
As my life, and I don't want to. That's why I watch movies. I don't want to focus on like life. I just want to sit back, relax, and have a good time.
Would you say it's just because you think your life sucks, or you just want to live
No.
life from a different perspective, or you don't want to live life for
No,
3
I just-
hours?
I like relaxing like every once in a while. I love my life. I've never been depressed. Well, that's a different topic. I'm always pretty happy. It's just for relaxing. I just want to have a good time. I hate having a boring day. If I'm bored, I always want something in the day that like excites me, and movies like do that for me at least.
Yeah. No, I love hobbies. I don't really care for movies that much anymore, but I love that you care about movies.
Mhm.
Like Jacob cares about baseball gloves,
Yeah,
knows everything about it. I just think it's cool. Cool to see.
it's pretty cool.
I like it whenever people are very knowledgeable about random things or just anything.
Yeah,
Like little things, little details.
because it's interesting to hear them talk about it.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
No. Yeah, movies are just like too much for me. I know that like sounds lame, but
yeah.
I want to stay focused, and movies just like you were saying, like they relax me and like throw my mind off
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about something else, and then I have to like get back to life really quickly right after the movie.
Would you say that you get stressed while watching movies?
I get
Because of
scared
that?
while watching movies.
Really?
That's the most prominent thing that happens.
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll relate to the character and I'll be like, oh shoot, I can see myself doing that. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And then I start getting paranoid. Or it's just like, oh no,
Yeah.
I can see that happening to me.
Some films are like scary without trying to be scary. Like
Yeah.
Uncut Gems. That's like a really stressful movie.
Yeah.
Because you're like scared for what's gonna happen to him. That's a good one, Uncut Gems. And, you know, yeah, such a stressful movie.
Yeah.
That film is. I've never been more stressed like within 2 hours than watching that. I haven't been stressed recently, honestly.
You haven't been stressed recently?
I haven't been stressed recently. I don't know.
I've been pretty stressed recently.
Really? Why?
There was a lot this week. Like, okay, do you want me to go through the laundry list of things?
In an entertaining fashion.
All right. So at the beginning of the week, I looked at the schedule and I was like, man, we have a paper. Man, we have a test.
It's only
man,
a rough
we have
draft
quiz.
of a paper.
Man,
so
we have a quiz.
Not too bad.
I had a theory test, which is like music theory and like.
Theory. Is that outside of school?
Yeah, it's outside of school.
Okay.
And I was like, dang it. I have to study for that. That sucks. And then I was like, we have a pod this week. We have Ultimate. I have like.
I was excited for Ultimate.
I was excited for Ultimate, but I was like,
that.
man, I don't have time
It
for
does
Ultimate.
take up some time.
We had, what? I had like 2 Bible studies, but both of them got canceled.
Really?
Somehow.
Okay.
There was like the Joshua. Did you go there?
No, I didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't go to that. Yeah, but what I will say, I learned a lot this week, man. I will say I learned the most out of the struggles, like most people. So, like, there's a verse that says, consider it joy. And I kept going to that. James, consider it all joy when you're going through those trials because it produces steadfastness in the faith.
Yeah.
And I think it's so true. For me, I saw all these things that, like, we had to get done, and I was just like, man, I can't do this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like they said, faith starts once you realize that you can't do it on your own. Once you surrender it all, and faith is where you can't do it on your own, and you just put all your trust into Jesus. I think it's hard to have faith when you feel like you can do it on your own. But once you hit that rock bottom, I hit that rock bottom all the time when I remember I can't do it alone.
Okay.
And then I just say, God, I need help. I can't do this on my own. I surrender the situation, and I'm putting my faith in you. I'm closing my eyes and seeing what I can't see right now.
Yeah.
And, man, things shifted.
Yeah. For me, since I'm in a couple different classes than you, this week was a very, very good week. Not stressful at all for me. The past, 3 school weeks, I think, have been stressful because I had at least, one test every week. I have a test next week, actually. That could be bad. But this week was like a break. Like, it was consecutive stressful weeks. This week was, okay, I'm good. And I ended up getting my work done by Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Good days. I think good days, not stressful days. I apologize that it was stressful for you.
Oh, my gosh.
But, I mean, other than school, what stresses you out?
Other than school? Man, I'll get into this. Okay. During the summer, I was so stressed out about what I was going to do in life in general. Like, I was listening to this podcast, and it sounds cringy, but, it's like purpose anxiety. It's like, what am I going to do? What's my purpose? What am I going to do? And I need to start grinding because other people are working hard, and I need to start working hard. I need to start getting good at things, like really good, start becoming an expert. Because I feel like at this age, there's some kids that are really good at what they do, and they know what they want to do.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so dope to me.
I'm a bit jealous of it, to be honest.
Yeah, and so...
Like Greta Thunberg, for example.
I don't like her.
I don't like her either, but she's good at what she does.
She is.
The whole speech thing. And
it's not that I don't like her. I don't know.
I don't know. I've only seen memes of her.
I don't know.
And I guess it paints her in a bad picture.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know enough about her dislike her. It's
I don't know. She's always crying, and it seems sad and depressing. So I'm just like, no.
I don't know enough about her and
yeah.
the situation. But she's roughly our age, I think. I think maybe a year or two older.
I think she's a lot older than us.
No, she's not
She's
even
18.
Nah, man. I think she's 17.
Okay.
Even if she's 18, that's just 2 years
I
older
wasn't
than
really
us.
talking about her.
Yeah. I'm using that as an example.
Okay, yeah, So I was like, what am I going to do? And so I started reading all these different books. I read a book called Never Split the Difference. It was a book about negotiations and just navigating through networking. It was pretty cool. Biggest takeaway, argument, the negotiation starts whenever someone says no.
Okay.
And the other one was there's no yes without how. So if you're negotiating with somebody and you make a deal and they just say yes, you need to make sure they have a commitment yes instead of a counterfeit yes, right? Sometimes say like an annoying kid wants to hang out with you, right? And then they're like, oh, do you want to come to my house tomorrow? And you're just like, sure, blah, blah, blah. You're just trying to get away from them.
Yeah.
But like if
Or just dodge the
they
question.
force you to walk through the how, and if they say, come to my house at 2:30 tomorrow, we're going to eat dinner afterwards
You have to do a
Island
committed. You
Grill.
have to do a committed yes.
Yeah, and if they go through all the commitment,
and then you end up saying yes, you're committed to it.
yeah, but yeah, I guess like it's not a commitment until there's the how. Like with the podcast, there was no commitment until there was the how with the Google Doc. So that was a pretty cool takeaway. Because now, and then like even if I want to do something and hang out with somebody else, and the other person wants to do also, it's not that like we're annoyed with each other. It's just like instead of just like leaving it in our heads, we got to make the how. There's no yes without how. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I read or I listened to a book called Atomic Habits. Like it got too involved with like identity and saying identify as somebody who runs and then you'll start running. Identify as somebody who does this and then you'll do this. But then the wall I hit was that you should only identify that you're a child of God. Anything else will mess with you. Yeah, and then besides that, last book that I really went over was 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
You don't know who Jordan Peterson is?
No.
Psychologist. Pretty cool guy.
Okay.
Quotes the Bible a lot. Not Christian. Probably Gnostic. Some good rules. It's like one of them was don't hang around people that don't want the best for you.
Yeah. Or who want to like bring you down. Or just
No,
a bad environment. I
No,
guess.
not even just bad environment. Hang out with people that want the best for you. So positive environment.
Okay.
Another cool one. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. He like talked about lobsters.
I like lobsters.
And he talked about how like whenever like the dominant lobster will have their shoulders back after they defeat another lobster, and like whenever you beat another lobster, your serotonin levels go higher, and the other lobster serotonin levels go down, and they literally lower their shoulders. And it was just like talking about how like I don't know, the lobster story was just pretty cool. Okay, let me get back on topic. So I read all these different books trying to get things together, and it didn't work. Didn't work. And I was like trying to get my purpose, trying to shove the purpose in there, trying to start working hard, taking all this advice, starting to email people, starting to DM people, starting to work on coding every single day, starting to edit every single day, starting to reach out, just working on so many different things every day. And it was not working. It wasn't working. I talked to Braxton about this yesterday. I was trying to pursue the world, and it was slightly working, but not really working. And I was just like, I'm getting nowhere, and I'm not finding a purpose, and I'm not moving towards anything. Just stagnant.
Yeah.
Picked up the Bible. Well, okay. And then one of my friends referred me to start doing the devotionals with him on the Bible app. You can do it with multiple different people. You can see them doing it. You can see their notes. They keep you accountable. And man, that was a turning point.
Yeah. That helped you?
That was a turning point. Stayed accountable, got into the Bible every single day. We go through two at a time, 2 different devotionals every single day at a time. That single-handedly probably changed my life in a major way because it got me to read the Bible. We were talking about commitment. Commitment. Part of being committed as a Christian is reading the Bible, in my opinion.
I agree.
That is so major. And
it's the word of God.
I think so many people look over it. Really?
Really? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
that was just me. Sorry,
okay,
yeah.
I think so many people look over it, and it's just like it's so crucial. I think you need to understand who God's character, who he is, and just like the evidence. It's just like food for your soul. It's healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. It literally single-handedly solved every single problem that I saw with the self-help books and why they weren't working. They were all trying to go around the Bible, if that makes sense. They were all trying to say things that were wholly given by the Bible. All of it goes around the Bible, and just read the actual book. I promise you it's better, and it actually makes changes in your life. Yeah. Get into the Word. Favorite verses. Recently, I was reading Job, and I think it's like 38 and 39, and it was talking about like God talking about just like reminding Job how great he is. He talks about like how do you know how, I don't know, how your body works, or how people are born, or how all these different things work, how leaves are made? Do you know how to create a leaf? Or just like little thing, or all this stuff, and it's incredibly humbling. And like, I've been trying to be humble, but like if you just go to the Word, you'll see the answers. If you're not in the Word right now, easiest way, go to the Bible app, go to the plans section, start reading some plans. Specific plans, they have so many great specific plans, like if you're having problems with purpose, future, love, dating, purity, literally everything is on there.
It's on the Bible app.
It's so awesome. Life Church is doing some great things. Yeah, and then commitment. We were talking about this during our camera cutout, and I think it's so important because like we talked about like how if you go into the gym right away and then you're like really scrawny, and then you come out, you can't expect to come out with big muscles, right?
But
see,
like a year later,
yeah, see that guy a year later,
be jacked.
He'll be jacked.
And you could relate that to like Christ
so much
as
with
well.
faith.
Yeah.
Like once you commit to going to the gym every day, you're not going to see results right away. You'll see like maybe some minor things, some little things. You can see the baby things coming up. Those are the seeds. The seeds are being planted. Like faith, like a farmer. You have the seeds planted, and like the farmer looks crazy, right? They're saying that this plant, this tiny seed that they put in there. Imagine you've never seen a farmer do this thing. He plants seeds, and he said you can't see it. Faith in the unseen, and then 2 months later, things start arising. Fruits start coming up.
Yeah.
You see the fruits of his labor that you couldn't see for 2 months, 3 months. And I would say for me, it really compounded. I would say the beginning of faith started with commitment. Well, beginning of faith started with faith, but like commitment really bumped it up. It's like going to the gym like every so often, and then finally committing to going every day. But once you start committing, take some time, but it really starts compounding like whenever you're a year into the gym.
Yeah.
So I would say commit now, and you'll be forever grateful.
Yeah, and commitment to faith is the most important commitment, obviously, but I think it's important to be committed to other things as well. Like for me right now, I'm doing boxing and cross country. I do cross country with you. I think it's important to be committed to both of those because that's my way of like, that's my workout is like boxing and cross country. That's
Marathon.
Yeah, we got a half marathon in February. And I think, like faith, that's an important thing that you need in life.
Yeah.
Being committed to both boxing and cross country, that's very important because that helps running, like a coach says, helps the soul.
Well, it's good prayer time.
It's good prayer, good talk time. You can have a good time running.
I have some of the best best conversations with God and people when I'm running.
Yeah, running is a good kind of like movies. It's a good thing to put your mind off of like all the stressful things going on.
Or also, I would say it's great for you to think about all the things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have nothing else to do except for think about what's going on.
Yeah, like
you
you've
really
got
get
10
to
miles
lay it
ahead
out.
of you. You have an hour and a half to just think.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
It's very therapeutic to just like
yeah.
think I have to do this later, this, and you really lay it out.
Yeah. So boxing, cross country, those are commitments. I don't know, one commitment that I think is also important that I haven't done in quite a bit is a commitment to like a relationship or something. Like a relationship with another female.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I don't know. Those, in a way, those could be very difficult commitments because you have to find like time for like your partner and for like time with your friends and stuff, and like how do you commit to the partner without abandoning everyone else? And I think that's the biggest like obstacle in that case. I don't know. I'm not in a relationship right now, so this could all be bogus.
Yeah, how do you commit?
Yeah, I don't
Shoot.
know. Well, I mean,
I would
we'll
say
find out.
I would say the best way to commit is to not give up with most things.
Yeah,
Keep
absolutely.
keep coming, keep showing up, keep working
Keep
on
being
it.
there.
You'll see results.
Yeah, it's like the statistic. Like you work on something for
Put
was
in
it
10,000 hours, whether it's relationship, a certain
be
relationship with a person.
Date someone for 10,000 hours.
10,000 out.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
that's just. But like running, you do cross country for 10,000 hours, you're good.
No, but what I've seen is like I tried to put in 10,000 hours, like start my 10,000 hours with like
For
a bunch of
running?
different things. No, like I like started doing a bunch of different things for an hour a day, and I was like, eventually I'll be
10,000
an
days.
expert.
Hour a day, 10,000.
No, like I was coding for like 2 hours a day, doing all these
okay,
different
yeah.
things, and I was like, eventually I'll be an expert. What I will say is, you get so burnt out.
Oh yeah.
The only way you can do it is if you're doing it for God. At least from my experience, you don't even think about the hours. You put in 5, 6, 7, 8 hours one day, whatever it is. I've been like doing the guitar. I picked it up like 2 months ago, and it's just been a great expression for just praise. And I've been really able to get involved. And I'm very humbled as to how good I am right now. Not very good, but it's been great. And I just put in hours. I'm not even thinking about the hours. So I would say, don't think about the hours. I would say if you're doing it for God, you just do it anyway. You don't even have to think about committing to it or working hard at it. You just want to do it. You want to do the works when you have that much faith.
Yeah, that's important. Is like committing to something that you enjoy doing as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
it makes it so much easier.
You're not even thinking about it.
You're not thinking about the
Yeah,
hours.
and,
It goes
and
by
then you
good.
look back and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my gosh, I already put in 1,000 hours this year.
Yeah.
Whoa.
9,000 more to go.
Yeah,
Easy
and
work.
it's just like, you don't. My advice to you is don't think about the hours. Just focus on each little step because every step is so fun. Yeah, and in terms of relationship, we're both not committing to a relationship right now.
Obviously not. Yeah. Not right now.
I don't want
I
that
don't know.
right now. I have other things that
I
I'm
don't think-
committed to
I don't think I want it
that
right
I
now
don't
either.
have. I don't have time for.
I'll
it.
know when I want it.
Exactly.
But then
Wait for God.
Yeah, I'll know when I want it. But right now, I'm good.
At a time of simping, but now I'm very certain that now is not the time for simping.
I don't know if I've ever simped. Do you think I've ever simped at school?
I don't think so.
Good.
Okay.
It's good.
Man, I really love this podcast.
This
It's
is
like
a good one.
it's paving the way. This first podcast, we had no idea what we were doing. Second podcast, I hated it because we're only addressing the audience.
I liked the second
Third, okay. Alessandro did too. I can't wait for his podcast.
one. I think a lot of people liked the second
Okay,
one.
third podcast today. I feel like we're getting it there. Topics obviously need more improvement over time. Flow, more improvement over time. But I feel like
We may have a.
I'm talking now. Talking the walk.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were like interrupting me and be like, Shane, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so
Is
much
it
for
better?
watching. See you on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.